Welcome to the Mother Daughter-ish podcast. It's your mama's favorite podcast.
And the podcast your daughter always wanted.
This is Miss Dawn.
And Aungelique.
From the 713. Houston, y'all. Get connected and stay connected weekly as new shows debut on Sunday, Wednesday, and please check out our Saturday Out and About showcases.
Enjoy the show. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and tell every woman on the planet that you know about our show.
Here's our show for today. Hello, mothers and daughters. I have something exciting to share with you today. You know, on Fridays, we typically share with you something that someone has sent us to promote their business, or not just promote their business, but to just make people aware that there's something that's available. That braid was killing me. It was like touching the back of my neck and making me hot. I was like, what is that feeling? But anyway, Angie and I have a new book that's going to be coming out in October. And, you know, the last book that we had that came out in April of this year was 100 Fun Questions Between Mothers and Daughters. And then in the back of the book, we had over 100 things that mothers and daughters can do together. So I am going to introduce you to our end of the year book. Now, this will be a book that you can purchase every end of the year. The reason why, before I even pull it up, the reason why I like this book is because at the end of the year, we always try to figure out, okay, what's something that you can do to move yourself forward to prepare for the next year, like personally, professionally, emotionally, spiritually. What are some of those things that you can do to move yourself forward? And so I used to have this little thing, and let me tell you where I got it from. I got it because the kids, when they were in elementary, so you know that was a long time ago, when they were in elementary, they used to do this thing at school called the last 100 days. And then they would put together things that they could do for the last 100 days of the year to close out the year. Well, I like to kind of do things in sevens and twos. So we created a book. Angie and I together created a book called 72 Tips in 72 Days. This is the new book here, and it's for the new you in the new year. And of course, we have to promote our podcast. So we put on there to make sure you download the podcast. But this is our new book, and we are very, very excited about it. When I think of something, it goes very, very, very quick. If I want to write a book, or if we want to put a journal together or something like that, it's going to go very, very quick. Everything starts in the head on pen and paper, and then goes to the computer, and then gets overlooked and edited and all of those things, because we want to bring fun. We want to bring quality. We want to bring minimalism, where it would be something that you could easily do. Now, this book, let's say you went on a 3-week vacation. You could literally take this book in 3 weeks and structure out how you want to do it. So what it is that October the 21st sets the mark for the last 72 days of the year. So with this book, there is an instruction page in there on actually how to use the book. And in the book, it'll tell you how to use the book. And the way you use the book is you start right where you are. If you want to flip over to page number 50, then flip to 50. But one thing we do say in here is if you do a particular task for the end of the year, make sure you date it. And I'm a stickler. If I date something, I also put the time. So if I put today's date and then I put 7:51 a.m., that means that's when that particular thing happened. I'm good with the time and the date type of thing. So haven't always been, but that is my thing. But in this book, 72 Tips in 72 Days is just a way for you to restructure yourself. Now, the tips are going to change every year, but the 72 days is always going to start on October 21st. So from October 21st to the end of the year, you can literally get 72 things done. And because it's just one task a day, here's what I would do if I was you. I would go through and I would put a little pin mark next to all the easy things to do, and I would get them done. For example, it's not easy to go in your closet and clean out everything and give it away to someone who can enjoy it. That's something that may take a week to do, but you can build up to it while you're doing other things. But buying someone's meal that's in the drive-through behind you, that's easy to do. When you get to the window, you just say, whoever's paying cash, because sometimes if you do it with a credit card, they do it already, like Chick-fil-A or something. You can say whoever's paying cash, I want to also pay their bill. Now, hopefully you don't get one of them people who just order for the whole office and it's $375. I'm just saying. That has never happened to me, so I don't know. But I have been the one that's been in the line and say, okay, I want to pay for, the next two people they're paying at the window. Something else that's very, very easy is, writing a note, not easy as in to do, but easy that you can do it in a day. Writing a note of apology to someone, not saying that you have to mail it, but there's a section in there for that. There's just a lot of different tips. Again, there's 72 tips. And then for those of you who are a little OCD, I put extra 3 tips in there just to kind of give you, because I know what's going to happen. Once you start with the book, you're going to start having fun with it. Once you complete a task, it makes you feel so good to complete. Okay, let me change those words. It makes me feel so good to complete a task. Oh, I also wanted to show off my birthday queen shirt well, it's actually not a shirt, it's a whole dress. It's a whole dress that I had done for my birthday, and it says birthday queen on it, and on the queen part there's a crown. So I just kind of wanted to show y'all. See how I'm always all over the place, but that's my birthday queen shirt that I wanted to show y'all, just to kind of show it off. And Miss Patterson does a fantastic job with my custom clothing. And I have different little words and sayings and stuff that I love putting on custom material. So I create the phrase, I have the material custom made, and then I have someone who can do it for me. But I'll show y'all all that stuff later on another Friday show. But this Friday, I wanted to show you this book. And then on the back of it, of course, everything that we do, we're going to always be promoting our books and those things like that. Not sure why the back of it doesn't want to show, but these are some really, really, really great things. Oh, I know what I got to do. No, I don't need to do that. I know what I got to do. I have to go and I have to take the old one down so that it doesn't continue to show. And then it'll show you the other one. Okay, so I wanted to show you the back of the book. And I want to show you the back of the book because we're always promoting, of course, our channel and what we're doing. And I encourage that with everyone, that if you're doing something, make sure you also promote whatever it is that you want people to also be involved. So we also put on the back of the book that it's sponsored by Mother Daughter Ish. And this is our standard banner that we have in our podcast studio. Here's the QR code. On the final edition, of course, the QR code is moved over here and the ISBN number is right there. But this book will be sold on Amazon.com. It will also be sold in any of the online marketplaces that you can find. It's not one of those books that can only be sold on Amazon or somewhere. But it took about a week for us to get this book done. From the moment we thought about what we wanted to do to the moment of let's get it up on Amazon, to the moment of, so it kind of works for me like this. I get an idea and I work quickly on it. Then I get help with it. Like when I called Angie over and I was like, okay, this is what I need you to do. I get help with it. So I have the idea, I get it on paper quickly. I decide in my head what the cover should look like. Then I get help with it. Get somebody to design the cover for me, make sure the format is perfect to fit into Amazon's requirements. And then the second thing I do, then the fifth thing I do is I upload everything, give Amazon their 72 hours to get back to me. And then from there, it's a done deal. The editing and all of that takes about 5 or 6 times to edit, to go through to make sure, but that's all in a 1-day setting. So literally you could have your book up in 3 days if you already know what you want to write, if you have a vision of what you want the cover to look like, and you know how to get it uploaded to Amazon and make any changes they need you to do. I typically take about anywhere from 1 to 3 days to complete a complete project. This book is 100 pages. And on each page, there's photos, there's space for you to write in, there's a scenario for you to take advantage of. In the front of the book, of course, it tells you how to use the book, who we dedicated the book to, a little bit of promoting about our podcast. I know there's not, between Angie and I, the books that we're going to write. And I said, we'll probably do 12 books and that'll be good. We'll do 12 books. A dozen is really, really good. So we'll do 12. And I'm already thinking about what the next one could have to do with. And I'm not sure yet, but until I get like a for sure thing, that I can't just go in and just write anything. It has to be for sure, for sure, for sure. This is what I want to do. But 72 tips in 72 days is a great way to end your year. We're going to start promoting it the first week of October, October 1st, so we can get it out there for people to purchase. It's only $24.99, so it's not very expensive at all. If you want a signed copy and you want us to mail it to you, let us know, because we'll be happy to sign it and mail it out to you with a nice little note or whatever. But this is something that you can take this one book and you can do it with your family. And I don't mean each one pick a task. I mean, do the tasks together so you can date and time them at that point. But it's 72 tips in 72 days. And I'm really loving the yellow and red pops of, with the black on it. So this really, the cover makes me really, really happy. I have so many people that can do like graphic design and all of that. But that's what my share is for this Friday. And thank you so much for supporting the Mother Daughter Ish show. Thank you for in advance for purchasing your copy of 72 Tips in 72 Days. Again, if you would like a signed copy, just let us know. It will start being down in the description, how you can just click on the link, go straight to Amazon. I have that up there by October 1st, like I said, when we start promoting it. So enjoy your 72 Tips in 72 Days. And guess what? Take pictures of some of the tasks that you do. Send us an email of you in action. Send us photos so we can post it up on our Instagram and get this whole little I will call it this whole little campaign going for the end of the year. I'm excited to do mine because I'm not one of those people who's like, you go do it, you go do it. I do something every year, but this year I'm gonna follow the book to the letter, because sometimes I get off and be like, well, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But follow the book to the letter of it, and it will be so awesome. And I guarantee you're gonna have fun. There's a few little quirky things in there that I think you'll still like. One of them in there, I was like, for example, one of them said, go take a walk in the park without your cell phone. That one right there gave me a little bit of anxiety, but it doesn't have to be a national park. It doesn't have to be a park where there's bears and tigers or snakes or anything like that. It could just be a cute little park. It could be like our Discovery Green downtown in Houston, this little park area. And so I'm going to make sure that as I do my task, I'm going to have fun with it. And I can't wait to show you every day what I'm doing, because I'm going to be posting on Instagram. So make sure you go to mother-daughter-ish _ on Instagram so you can see all the tasks that I'm going to personally be doing. And I'm going to ask Angie which one she's going to be starting with. And then also make sure that you support our YouTube channel, Mother-Daughter-ish on YouTube. And that's my show for today. And I'm so excited, again, like I said, to be able to share this book with you, because it's been something that I'm like, it's interactive, just like the other one. Just so you know, I've written so many different books that now I'm in more mode of the interactive books, the books that you can actually take action and do something that's going to challenge you, something that's going to make you do something very quickly, to make changes in your life. And little things do make big changes. So that's the kind of books I'm into right now. If I get a book and I really can't write in it or highlight in it or do anything with it because it's too precious, I probably don't want it. I probably pass on it. But that's the show for today. And